Sportsline with Julia Cox.
In their conference home opener, the Idaho State Bengals men's basketball team had 19 turnovers. Tonight, they look to clean things up against North Dakota. UND is 6-8 overall, 1-2 in the conference. The Bengals are also 6-8 overall, but 1-1 in the conference. First half, the Bengals are down by 8, and Ali Farigbe gets the ball and does the reverse layup to cut UND's lead to 6. The Hawks would answer right back, though, as Gino Crandall drives and takes the off-balance shot for 2. Later in the first, it's 22-14 UND with the lead, and Ethan Telfair looks like he's directing traffic, but then he says, nah, I'll take it myself with the reverse layup, and it's 22-16 UND. A little later, it's Telfair again with the pull-up jumper, and UND only leads by 4 now, and make that the Hawks only lead by 1 as Telfair feeds the ball to Ethan Lennox, and he hits the tray ball. It's 22-21 Hawks. UND would answer back with a 3 of their own from Corey Baldwin, and moving forward, the Bengals are down by 13, and it's Gino Luzcando who had a record-breaking night on Wednesday with the reverse layup, and then to close out the half, Luzcando misses the shot, but Ben Wilson is there to clean it up. They would go into the locker room down 42-31. ISU would end up losing the game 84-76. They had 14 turnovers in that game. Over to some other men's basketball scores from around the area. Fresno State taking on the Broncos tonight. Boise State won that one 81-70. Utah State and New Mexico went at it today, with New Mexico winning 77-59. And the BYU Cougars hosted San Francisco today. They ended up winning this one 102-92. The Idaho State women's basketball team also had a conference game today. They were on the road against none other than North Dakota. The Bengals are 7-6 overall and 0-2 in the conference. Second quarter, North Dakota's up by 1. It's Lindsey Brown off the pick and roll. She banks it in, giving the Bengals the lead. To the fourth quarter, it's 36-32 UND, and it's Isabel Vera de Rey with the pull-up jumper, pulling the Bengals to within 2 points. Still in the fourth, just over 2 to play, and UND answers back as Samantha Roscoe is left wide open. She knocks down the jumper. A close game, but North Dakota would pull away with a 45-42 win. ISU is now at 500 with a 7-7 record. They're still winless in conference play with an 0-3 mark. And taking a look at some other women's basketball college scores, BYU defeated San Francisco 62-57. Boise State also on the road taking on Fresno State. They ended up losing this one 62-57. And over in Logan, the Aggies beat New Mexico by a final score of 72-56. And over to football now. Idaho State senior defensive back Cody Sorensen can add another academic honor to his already growing list. It was announced that the Academic All-American is also one of 52 winners in the 18th Annual Football Championship Subdivision Athletic Directors Association Academic All-Star Team. There were 96 total nominees, and football players from all FCS institutions were eligible for the award. Each nominee was required to have a minimum grade point average of 3.2 on a 4.0 scale in an undergrad study. Sorensen, who's studying mechanical engineering, which isn't easy, has a 3.85 GPA. Each nominee also must be a starter or key contributor with legitimate athletic credentials. They were also required to participate in at least 50% of the games and be in his second year of athletics and academic standing to be nominated. And sticking with football, but over to the NFL now. The AFC wildcard round of the playoffs was today. The Texans were shut out by the Kansas City Chiefs 30-0. They forced 5 turnovers in that game. And the Steelers and the Bengals in the late game, it came down to the wire, but Pittsburgh ended up coming from behind and winning 18-16. So Pittsburgh will play Denver next weekend, and Kansas City will play New England. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back after this.